My name is Allie Baker.
Garrett Bird.
It's Alexis Callan.
Austin Dennison.
John Dublin.
Sarah Foltz.
Matthew Gingras.
Hannah Harris.
Jalen King.
Kate Spencer.
My favorite memory here is when I was baptized in 2017.
Going to church camp at the lake for regroup and canoeing.
It would be when I was younger. You'd go up into the camera booths and stuff, and I'd climb up in the rafters and play around with the lights and stuff.
One of my favorites is I was a part of the musicals, the children's musicals that were the last one in the old sanctuary and the first one in this sanctuary. And another one is I got to write my favorite Bible verse on the floor before they put the carpet down.
In 5th grade, and I went to church camp in Potosi, Missouri. That was probably the best church experience. Today, it was really a good time, and I really found Christ there.
I remember playing underground church and youth group with all my friends, and it was just in the dark, and it was fun. Just a fun game we all liked.
Big house for sure. Everything, I loved everything about it, and especially the breakfast. The breakfast was amazing.
Playing with orchestra at the Redeemer skit last year.
When Mr. Brian and Mr. Keith would put the sophomores in corners and for acting up.
On Wednesday night at Refuge, when we would break off into small groups with Keith, and we would just have all those talks and just laughs, and good memories were always made there, and I'm really gonna miss that.
My favorite memories from school are all of the different competitions days we did through STEM clubs. So bridge building, cardboard boat sinking, it's fun.
Probably coming back senior to play football. That was probably the most special moment.
A couple of my friends and I took a picture in the school bathroom mirror every day after school and made a video of all of our pictures.
This year we had 2 foreign exchange students from Belgium, Manu and Marie, and we became really close and did a lot of fun stuff and made a ton of memories.
In activity period, we would always have free time, and I would always go to the gym to play basketball, and that was always a fun time for me.
Going to all the football games my junior and senior year with my friends, and going to state every year for basketball.
Probably be sleeping in class. You get your work done, you just take a nap in class.
Probably coming back to play football for the first time in a lot of years and breaking a football record.
Any band competition. Band competitions were really good memories from school, and just trying my hardest in band and getting to see other bands and really bond with other people.
My favorite verse is Philippians 4:13. It says, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. This is my favorite verse because it just reminds me to always trust in the Lord, especially with basketball, but with everything else in life too.
Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. I like this verse because I have really bad anxiety, and it's always helped me through everything.
John 3:16. It just shows, what God gave for us and gave His Son for us to live, the rest of life.
Probably 2 Timothy 1:7, because I've dealt with anxiety a lot in my life, and that verse really just takes me back and helps me realize I don't have to worry and I can trust in God.
I would be Jeremiah 29:13.
Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Philippians 4, 6, and 7, which says, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus.
Ephesians chapter 2, verse 7, it says, that in the ages to come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace and kindness toward us in Jesus Christ. That just told me that he has a plan for all of us, and he's gonna show his love for us one way or another, and you just got to keep his faith in him.
I think it's Philippians 4:13. It says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And with my daily walk, I just need strength to get to the day with all my work and interacting with a lot of people I have with my job. So I just think that's a good verse. It fits me very well.
My advice for underclassmen would be to strive to be loved deeply rather than widely. Have a small group of people, friends, family, peers, whatever, that loves you and loves God deeply and can help you get through tough times. It's more important to have this small, deep group of friends than a wide, broad group of friends who only care for you at the surface.
Don't worry about what others are gonna say. You just have to trust in yourself and trust in God, and you're gonna get a lot of crap probably for being unique and being you and wanting to follow God, but you just have to have the strength to push through it and find good people who are going to support you.
I would encourage you to get involved with your youth group and build strong relationships with Christians around you that you can talk to every day and talk about your walk with God.
Find your identity in Christ, and then also like stop chasing girls. There's not a perfect girl. Work on yourself.
Whenever you need to talk to a pastor, just please be open to talk to him, because you never know, it might just help you in the next chapter of your life whenever you need it, and always keep your faith in God.
I say communicate with your leaders and friends, and stay tight as friends and with your leaders, and get involved wherever you feel you can succeed and make a difference in the church.
My advice for underclassmen would be just keep God first, and always surround yourself with people that encourage you and will hold you accountable.
I would say that walking with God is not the easiest thing you're going to do in your life, because you'll face a lot of temptation and there might be periods of time when you drift away from God, but it's just important to know that He's never going to push you away, and He'll always welcome you back if you have been away, and just to focus on that relationship because it's very important.
One time I was at a high school competition and we were eating lunch and I forgot the name for water and called it ice juice.
It would probably be when we played like kickball or stuff, rip your pants. I've ripped my pants 3 or 4 different times.
Probably last year after a band practice, I went with my friends to Wendy's and we were pulling out of the parking lot, and this is when I first got my license, and I wrecked into somebody's car in the parking lot. Like, I was backing up and hit it. It just happened, it was one of my classmates' cars. But looking back on it now, it's really funny. Like, back then I was really scared, but.
Alright, so this one time in 4th grade, she wouldn't let me go to the bathroom, and I really had to go to pee. So she wouldn't let me go, so I said, if you don't let me go, I want to go right here. I just peed myself and I got to go home, so I was pretty happy about that.
In middle school, I was actually a manager for a football game one night. It was about 30 degrees and I had brought my big Drake coat, so it was like big and warm. Decided to leave it in there, and I was freezing to death that night. I actually thought I was gonna die, actually.
A couple of summers ago, I was outside with Allie and we were laying out trying to get a tan, and we were getting hot, so we came inside and I wasn't feeling really good. I guess I hadn't eaten enough that day. And so I passed out and hit the kitchen floor, and then I had a black eye for like half the summer.
So I taught a rocketry class to this group, and I think it was the second time I was teaching it. And we were on the 3rd part of the class, which was building 2-stage rockets. So we built, what's supposed to happen is your first engine fires and it goes up, and then a second engine fires right at the top and it goes further. So mine, of course being the teacher and whatever, goes up, turns, and then goes straight into the ground to where about this much of the nose was in the ground.
First Baptist has really just pushed me to be better, and it really just helps me take a step back and just reminds me of who I really am, and surrounds me with really good people who really just support me, are there for me.
I think all my Sunday school teachers guiding me and giving me the best advice to move on with my life, as tough as it's been. We all have tough times in our life, and just Sunday school leaders just help me through it all, really.
It's just taught me to be myself and put my faith in Jesus, and it's really taught me how to take the next chapter in life and how to go about my life. I just really thank y'all for that.
First Baptist and the people here have just really shown me what it means to walk with Christ and how that plays out in your day-to-day life. And they've helped me be able to find some peace in knowing that God is going to be with me every step of the way as I enter this new chapter.
First Baptist has helped instill a need for a local church and to have a strong faith.
FBC and the family in FBC has helped me throughout the children's ministry and the youth ministry with the leaders and volunteers that pour into the lives of the youth and the children, and they've shown me how I can do that when I get older.
My plan after high school is to go into the Marine Reserves and serve 6 years and come back and go to Jackson State for 2 years and become a certified EMT and work for the fire department.
I'm going to UT Martin in the fall, and I will be majoring in psychology.
I'm enrolled into TCAT McKenzie. I'm going to do industrial maintenance. I've been going since January as a dual enrollment student. Now, since I've graduated high school, I am full-time.
Yeah, I plan to attend UTM.
I plan to go to the University of Alabama Huntsville in the Honors College and major in aerospace engineering.
I'm going to be attending UT Chattanooga this fall. I'm probably going to take place in their marching band, and I'm thinking about studying communications or vocal music. I've not decided yet.
I'm going to UT Martin, and I'm majoring in education and school counseling.
I plan on going to Dyersburg State to play baseball, and I'm planning on majoring in sports management or criminal justice. I really don't know yet.
I'm currently enrolled in TCAT McKenzie. I've been a dual enrolled student since August. I am now going full-time this May. I'm enrolled in the HVAC and refrigeration class.
My plans after high school is to continue playing basketball at North Alabama and major in sports science.